If a person comes in and their temperature red high, you know what I'm saying, and see they get into a quarantine room. And I guess, every hotel has to establish a quarantine room where they'll stay, and I guess does. There's a room right there that has a lot of linen and things in it. 2 industrial machines we made up a list so now they'll go by days. Like, for instance, Monday would be the 4th floor, Tuesday the 5th floor, Wednesday the 6th floor, Thursday the 7th floor, Friday the 8th floor, and the 9th and 10th are done on Saturday. Sunday no laundry is done. They'll be here.
Not having a place to live can be one of the most detrimental things for someone getting released. 95% of the people on Rikers Island live in poverty. To have a room, to have a shower, could just make all the difference. It begins to provide a sense of humanity back in that person.
We were really in a dark hour in New York City in a time of need. We needed to very quickly reduce the jail population to prevent the spread of COVID-19. Many organizations just did not have the capacity, and Exodus really answered our call and said, we can do this. This is our mission. This is our community. Exodus really rose to the challenge at a tremendously difficult time.
We wanted to be on the front lines, greeting people, getting off of Rikers Island, and helping in any way we can with those immediate needs.
We're coordinating medical care, we're connecting them to mental health services. We are essential workers, providing essential service to people who would otherwise have been forgotten.
My name is Sylvester Jackson. I'm 60 years old, a former United States Marine, and I have stage 4 cancer. When you're homeless during a pandemic and you got cancer, you're at your wit's end.
I did like 18 and a half years. Being away for a while like I was and then coming out, it's hard for me. I needed something like this to get me started.
I just want to go back to being a regular person.
We don't see that person as their crime or the worst moment of their lives. We see this person as a child of God that is looking for a second chance.
Some of these people have been in the system since they were children, and nobody never really just sat down and listened to them. When I see the young guys coming in here, it makes me want to reach out more, because I went away young, 23 years old, came back at 53.
If we do this for kids, they don't have to experience what I've experienced myself. If I would have had something like this, if I would have had an organization that wanted to see all of the gifts that I have, I believe that would have never happened to me. I spent 22 and a half years in prison from the age of 18 to 41.
I know that there may be some fears that may come up. I am a youth leader and outreach worker for 14 to 24-year-olds. If it wasn't for this place, I wouldn't be here to tell this story. The goal for me is just to simply be who I needed when I was younger. And I'm very proud of you.
Everyone pretty much knows that our justice system doesn't do much to rehabilitate people when they're inside.
When I first came home after doing 26 years, it was overwhelming.
I have a team that is, 90% justice involved, so they understand the challenges. We can say, listen, we know how you're feeling. I felt that same way when I was released.
People are hurt. You've heard the phrase, hurt people hurt people. If we can show just a little bit of love, hopefully it's that little drop in the pond that ripples out.
What inspires me and keep me going is that I did 20.4 years in prison. I no longer wanted to be a part of the problem. Exodus has given me an opportunity to be a part of the solution.
Formerly incarcerated persons are some of the most neglected. Put 20 years, 10 years, 5 years, and you come out and people who've lost their family don't have places to go, homelessness. So on top of that, you have a stigma. I think there's like 40-something thousand laws on the books for people who are formerly incarcerated. As far as housing, you can't live here. As far as working, you can't get this job.
But let me tell you about Exodus and the work that we're doing. Let me talk to you about some hope that can exist at the end with some basic steps that we're asking you to take.
I've joined their wilderness program, which is a work preparation program where we do resumes and mock interviews.
Being able to provide them with services in a time when you have over 40-something million people that lost their jobs to get jobs, it's pretty amazing. We're getting jobs for, people in our hotels on a daily basis.
Ever since I've been here, I've done nothing but accomplish good things. Obtaining my OSHA card, OSHA 10, so now I'm gonna work on getting the OSHA 30 and the OSHA 50, but I'm still working at the same time. I was always thinking that I was an outcast because of my criminal past record. I didn't think no one really cared.
Just stretch the imagination of your own love, of your own grace, and embrace this person. And you'll be surprised. You'll realize that, wow, this isn't a felon, but this could be my son, this could be my daughter, this could be my uncle, this could be my aunt. This is a human being with full potential to become anything they want.
I feel like I can do something with my life because I got the right people to help me.
On Rikers Island, they were able to release close to 1,800 people in a 2-month span. That says we can do smaller, safer jails and really be effective. And we say jails, it's not even a jail. We should change that name, right? Schools of rehabilitation. This pandemic has taught us there is so much more that we can do. Why are we giving people, 20 and 30 and 40 years and 50 years? But we can't be afraid of our young people, right? We have to be able to approach them. We have to be able to approach them with love. You'll be surprised how they'll come running in. You'll be surprised how we ourselves can begin to prevent some of the violence that's happening. Look at this person now, and look who he is, and how he or she has restored themselves. Being able to pay a way for people coming home, to land safely, to reconnect with their families, to work, and to give back to their communities. That's what Exodus has been promoting for the past 20 years.